Last time out, you saw us suffer 2 consecutive defeats, but since then we've kind of turned things around and got ourselves back in the mix. So here's hoping we can pick up a few points in today's episode as we're back in EFL action. So grab yourself a brew and let's get things started. Hello guys and welcome to the latest episode of my FM23 Let's Play series, Hometown Glory, where I'm hoping to take my beloved Portsmouth out of League One and beyond. Now in today's episode, I'm going to run through all our recent results. We'll take a quick look at the league table before we have 2 home games on the bounce. The first against Oxford United and the second versus Shrewsbury Town. I know this is a little bit earlier than I mentioned in the previous episode, but the reason for this is with all the other content I've been releasing, I just need to shorten the time in between games in order to get more of the series out to you guys. So we'll probably have a few more episodes per season from now on. And one more thing guys, if you are enjoying this series so far, then please drop a like on today's episode, smash the subscribe button and hit the little notification bell so you don't miss any of my future content that I release. But now it's time for me to load up Football Manager as we head off back to Fratton Park to begin episode 3 of Hometown Glory. Here we are guys, back in the Fratton Park hot seat, and as you can see, since episode 2, our form has still been a little bit hit and miss. We have played 9, winning 6 of them and losing 3. So after we started September poorly with them 2 consecutive defeats to Peterborough and Barnsley, we finally picked up our first win of the month as we visited the Pirelli Stadium and beat Burton Albion 1-0 courtesy of a Dane Scarlet winner. We then welcomed Plymouth to Fratton Park 4 days later and we defeated them 3-0 thanks to goals from Dane Scarlet, Ronan Curtis and Josh Karoma. We finished off September at home against Arsenal under-21s in the Papa John's Trophy. Academy player Dan Gifford opened the scoring for us and Dane Scarlet snatched a late equaliser during the game, but we ultimately lost the bonus point on penalties. October saw a better start for my Pompey side as we begun the month with a trip away to Portman Road where we defeated Ep3 Town 2-1 thanks to a brace from Dane Scarlet. 3 days later, we welcomed Bolton Wanderers to Fratton Park and they were to leave empty-handed as we won the game 3-1 thanks to goals from Rico Hackett, Dane Scarlet and Ronan Curtis. We then had another home game, this time against Fleetwood Town. It was a boring game. Both teams had a player sent off. For us it was Marlon Pack and Fleetwood went on to nick that one 1-0. After that we were back on the road as we travelled to the Valley where we beat Charlton Athletic 1-0 thanks to a Colby Bishop winner, before we were back at home against Colchester United in the Papa John's Trophy, and again it took a late Dane Scarlet equaliser to take the game to penalties for the bonus point, only this time it was us that walked away with that point after winning the shootout. Finally we were away to Forest Green where we put in a really poor performance and lost that game 1-0. So now that we've seen all of our recent results, let's go and have a look at what bearing that leaves on the league table ahead of the 2 games featured in today's episode. So as you can see here, after 15 games, we are still well and truly in the mix for automatic promotion this season. Top of the league sit Peterborough on 33 points. Second is Wycombe on 32 points. And we sit third on 30 points, ahead of Barnsley in 4th on 29 points. Ipswich in 5th on 28 points and Fleetwood make up the playoff places on 26 points. So there's still a lot to play for this season, still a lot of football to be played, and hopefully come the end of the season we'll still be in that fight at the top of the table. But in order to have any dreams of promotion, we need to start by winning the 2 games we play in today's episode. So with that in mind, let's go and see the starting lineup for the first game today against Oxford United. So here it is. In goal, Josh Griffiths. The back 4 today is Denver Hume, Connor Ogilvie, Sean Raggett and Joe Rafferty. In midfield we have Marlon Pack and Tom Lowry. In attacking midfield is Josh Karoma, Ronan Curtis and Owen Dale. And leading the line today, it's Dane Scarlet. On the bench is Josh Oluwayemi, Michael Morrison, Clark Robertson, Joe Morrell, Jaden Reed, Rico Hackett and Colby Bishop. Now I'm going to go and deliver my team talk to the lads, see if I can really spur them on to get a much needed win before we take our first walk out in front of the Fratton faithful today. So I will see you for the game against Oxford. And so we're underway here at Fratton Park against Oxford United in a game we really need to win. We need to start picking up more wins. We're not drawing any games. We're winning more than we're losing, but it's them silly losses that are going to cost us in the long run. But it's Coroma now through to Owen Dale. Can he get his first of the season? Oh, great save by Eastwood. Pompey have a corner early on in the game, 10 minutes in. And it is Ogilvie to send the ball in. Come on, Pompey. Well, it's headed away to Bate, who can break. He's being held up there. Gets it back to former Pompey player Steve Seddon out on the left-hand side here. He plays it forward towards Brown, who takes it wide. He's got company. Can he get the cross in? He gets it back to Bate, who sends it into the middle, and Raggett clears. Oh, that was a scare early on there. We've dropped down to 4th as it stands. Ipswich climb above us. We're going to demand more from the boys now. We need to start getting a foothold in this game. Raggett with a header, only as far as Brannigan, inside the Oxford half to Seddon. Back to Finley. Bate plays it in the middle to Taylor. Matty Taylor now to Brannigan. All the way back to the keeper. And Eastwood now could take his time, bring it out of defence and play the ball to Finley, who plays it long. Brown's chasing. Brown gets there. And it's 1-0 Oxford. Seriously poor defending there. Gifts Oxford the lead on the stroke of half hour. Not good enough, Pompey. Not good enough. Demand more. And this is the sort of thing that's happening to us week in, week out. We're letting in sloppy goals, losing games we really should be winning. And I can see it costing us automatic promotion. Finley now sends the ball into the box. Raggett heads away. But Larry is beaten. Marcus Brown shoots. And it's over the bar. We are playing with fire here in this game. I'm not happy with the performance from the lads so far. Eastwood with the goal kick. And it's headed forward by Raggett, who finds Dane Scarlett. Back to Ogilvie. To Raggett now. Out wide to Dale, who finds Tom Lowry. Joe Rafferty out wide on the right. Ahead of him is Owen Dale. Can he get the ball into the box? He can. Dane Scarlett's there. He hits the post and it's away by Moore. Anderson to Brannigan now. And he clears. Raggett heads it to Tom Lowry, who spreads it wide to Denver Hume on the left-hand side. And that is the end of the highlight as we approach half-time here. Oxford free kick now sent into the box. And it's headed over by Moore. And it is half-time. I'm going to go talk to the lads. This performance hasn't been good enough so far. They need a kick up the arse. So we're going to go give them that, and hopefully we can get something out of this game in the second half. So we've had a word with the lads now, and the second half is underway. We're going to show some encouragement, and it is Marlon Pack with the throw-in out on the right-hand side. 2 Dane Scarlett. Pack gets the cross in, and Eastwood comes and punches clear, only as far as Curtis, who plays it to Ogilvie, who shoots. And what a screamer from Connor Ogilvie, his first of the season, and they won't get much better than that. Oh my God, we have to watch the replay of this one. I usually skip them, but you see Marlon Pack sends the ball over now. It's headed out to Ronan Curtis. Plays it to Connor Ogilvie, who just shoots from about 30 yards. And it is straight into the top corner. 1-1 at the start of the second half. Game on. Come on, Pompey. That was superb. Come on. We're down to 5th as it stands. Matty Taylor now on the right hand side, on the left, sorry, for Oxford. Steve Seddon, but Ogilvie clears only as far as Anderson, who puts it back into the box, and it's off the bar before Raggett hoofs it to safety. Oh, that was a scare then. Come on, Pompey, we can get something from this game. We demand more from the boys. And it is out for a goal kick as we are going to take a quick break to make some substitutions. So we are back out and we have brought on Colby Bishop, Rico Hackett and Joe Morrell, but we have also changed shape and gone 2 up for the remainder of the game. to try and find a winner. But it is bait here, and it is 2-1 to Oxford. Just as I said it, I jinxed it, said we were going to find a winner, and Oxford had took the lead. Should have had to keep my mouth shut, really. Tempted fate there, didn't I? We're still going to make the changes. We're going to give a shout to the boys, demand more. Hopefully we can find a winner. Equaliser, sorry. We're going to make another sub. So Denver Hume comes off to be replaced by Clark Robertson for the last 10 minutes of the game. Can we get anything out of here? We're going to take Marlon Pack off, bring on Jaden Reed, and really hope we can find an equaliser in the 5 minutes injury time. It's Rafferty to launch the throw in now. Jaden Reed back to Rafferty. He's sort of stuck in the corner, but he gets the cross in. And we have a penalty. In the dying minutes of the game, we have a penalty. It looks like it's Dane Scarlett to take it. And he stepped up and he rescues a point for us, hopefully, with the penalty. With a few late goals he's got in recent weeks to draw us level. He seems to be our saving grace at the minute. We can demand more and see if we can go and get this winner. It's Brown now. To Brannigan. To Henry. Tries to lift it over the top to Brown. And he gets there ahead of Ogilvie. And it is wide. Thankfully, it has gone wide. Josh Griffiths with a goal kick now. There can't be much long left. I'm sure he's going to just hoof it and we'll see the final whistle here. But he's played it short to Raggett. To Morel now. Joe Rafferty. Rico Hackett. Joe Morel. Rafferty. Play it forward, boys. Hackett. Rafferty. Over the top to Scarlett. Gets the flick on. Colby Bishop tries to get there, but it's rolled through for a free kick. And that is the end of the game. Dane Scarlett, late on, rescues a point here at Fratton Park. We are down to 5th after that game, but at least we didn't lose. I'm going to go talk to the lads, and I'll see you in just a sec. So disappointing not to get the win there against Oxford, especially as we have dropped a couple of places in the league and lost ground on our promotion rivals. But there's a little saying in football, and that is, we go again. So with that in mind, let's go and see the starting lineup to face Shrewsbury Town. I've made a few changes here for this Tuesday night visit of Shrewsbury Town. So for the second time in today's episode, the starting lineup is in goal, Josh Griffith. Denver Hume, Connor Ogilvie, Sean Raggett and Joe Rafferty make up the back four, with Jay Mingy and Tom Lowry in midfield. The attacking midfield consists of Ronan Curtis, Michael Jacobs and Rico Hackett, with Colby Bishop leading the line. And on the bench is Josh Uluwayemi, Clark Robertson, Michael Morrison, Joe Morel, Owen Dale, Josh Karoma and Dane Scarlett. Now I'm off to give my team talk, see if we can get a win and get right back into that promotion mix. And I will see you guys at Fratton Park. We get the game going here at Fratton Park. We're going to show some encouragement to the boys as Rico Hackett has it on the right hand side. Back to Sean Raggett. Across to Connor Ogilvie, who switches it out to the left hand side to Denver Hume. Plays the ball through to Colby Bishop, who shoots, and it's 1-0 Pompey. 1 minute into the game and we take the lead. We couldn't have asked for a better start here. Are we going to finally get a win on camera in this series? Come on. A great start to the game. But now Shrewsbury have a free kick floated into the box. And it wasn't far away. But it is a goal kick. God, good start to the game here. It looks like it could be an entertaining game. We need the win. So that fast start is exactly what I wanted. Exactly what I asked from the boys in my team talk. 20 minutes gone now. Not much more has happened. But we have a goal kick now. Griffiths sends the ball long towards Colby Bishop, who wins his header, but it's only as far as O'Brien, who spreads it out to Da Costa on the right-hand side. Now he can run at the defence, but he's got two men with him. Plays it back to Bayliss and gets it back. He's into the box, and it's Udo and Griffiths that makes a fantastic save to tip it round the post. Corner to Shrewsbury now. Nurse to send it in. It's from the right hand side now. And Griffiths stretches, and it's off the line by Denver Hume. And Mingy scrambles it clear, only as far as Nurse, who cuts inside, back to Moore. And that is the end of the highlight. We survive a scare there. But now, on the left-hand side, Shrewsbury have a free kick. Nurse again to send it in. He floats it across, and it is headed over by Moore. Shrewsbury starting to get on top of us now, so I'm going to demand more from the boys. See if we can go out and get a second. But it's Udo here charging at the defence. He's got support either side, but he blasts through the middle and shoots wide. Luckily for us, he didn't quite connect with that shot. 39 minutes in now, approaching half time. Score still 1-0, but another free kick floated in by Nurse. Headed away. Back to Udo, headed away again. Rico Hackett nods down to Joe Rafferty. And Michael Jacobs now can turn and find Curtis on the left-hand side. He chips it back to Denver Hume. Gives it back to Curtis now. He's got men with him, but he chooses to run back to Hume. Hume inside to Connor Ogilvie. Jay Mingy, Denver Hume. Floats it over the top to Ronan Curtis. Plays it back to Jay Mingy, who turns and loses the ball to Bayliss. O'Brien now. Being chased by Mingy, but O'Brien plays it out to the right-hand side here to Nurse. Udo now in the middle of the field. Plays a through ball to O'Brien, and the former Pompey man equalises for Shrewsbury Town on the break. We switched off for a minute, and we were punished right on the stroke of half-time. Game on. 1-1. Demand more, and it is half-time anyway, so there's no point of demanding more. I'm going to go talk to the lads, see if I can gym up to get a winner, and I'll see you guys for the second half. Into the second half now, we'll show some encouragement to the boys, see if we can carry on and go get this win. Hopefully we can. We've been average at best, but an hour in now, and I think it's time we go and make some substitutions after this highlight. But it's Denver Hume now, back to Josh Griffiths. He brings it out and kicks it long towards Colby Bishop, who loses his header, but only as far as Michael Jacobs, and Colby Bishop is in. He's in, and it's 2-1 to Portsmouth. Colby Bishop, his second of the game, gives us the lead back. An hour, just over an hour gone. I think it is time we now go and make them substitutions. So 4 changes. Joe Morrell on for Jay Mingy. Owen Dale is off for Rico Hackett. Josh Karoma replaces Michael Jacobs. And Michael Morrison replaces Sean Raggett. Now it's Denver Hume on the ball now, out on the left-hand side. He's not got much space. He's trying to get round, but blocks and wins the ball and plays it back to his keeper. Fires it long towards Udo, who gets his head on it and nods it back to Nair. Nair's trying to take on Rico Hackett here. No, it was Owen Dale. Winchester out to Nair. Nair's driving forward now, but Ogilvie's there to cut out the pass. He plays it straight to DeCosta into Shipley, and it's 2-2. Jordan Shipley equalises for Shrewsbury Town. We switched off again. The clearance from Ogilvie wasn't good enough. And again, we are punished. Let's demand more from the boys. Let's hope we can again get our noses in front. We haven't won on camera yet in this series. We're going to replace Tom Lowry with Dane Scarlett just because he is absolutely shattered. Heading into the last 5 minutes now. We need to go and push on for a winner. But it's blocks him charging towards the box. Connor Ogilvie is there covering. Denver Hume inside to Joe Morrell. Dane Scarlett picks the ball up now and fires it towards Colby Bishop, who has no one in support. And it is our blaster, Udo. Over the top towards the striker, but Ogilvie heads it down to Michael Morrison. Joe Rafferty now plays it over the top towards Owen Dale. He controls it, plays it to Colby Bishop for his hat-trick. And he scores his 14th for the season at the death. 88 minutes in, Portsmouth 3, Shrewsbury Town 2. And it's a Colby Bishop hat-trick, his 3rd hat-trick of the season. He is on fire since signing from Accrington. And hopefully he has given us the win as we head into 5 minutes of injury time now. not much left to go. And that should be it. We have won our first game on camera of the series. It took 3 episodes, but we got there and we have climbed the table to 4th place with that win. I'm going to go congratulate the boys and I'll see you after the game. So 4 points from a possible 6 sees us end today's episode in 4th place, just 1 point off the automatic promotion places. But with 19 league games still left to play, this league really is still up for grabs. All we need to do is keep picking up points, keep our form consistent, and I'm sure we will still be in the mix heading into what is one of the busiest parts of the season. So guys, that is it for today's episode. If you have enjoyed it, then don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel and hit that little notification bell so you don't miss any of my other content. But until next time guys, enjoy your week, take care, play up Pompey.